But when it comes to the install, the wig can't install itself. You said a wig is too much work. Maybe that's why you can't get it to work for you. Just maybe. Let's get something straight. Nothing in life works unless you make it work. Happy Monday. Welcome back to wig member number 7. Cheers. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Today's install is about showing you guys how simple it is to get your wig to look natural, to walk you step by step on what I do to get my wigs look as natural as they do, and make it simple for you. Maybe there are like hidden mistakes that maybe I'll point out in today's video that'll help you get your wig looking just as natural, if not even better than mine. So if you are new here, which I do have a lot of new people, welcome. My name is Marie. Thank you guys so much for joining me for today's video. If you are not subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Make sure your bell is turned on so that you can get notified when I upload. So before we get started, I do want to encourage you guys to go to my YouTube channel. I'm going to post a poll there. I want you to answer the question in that poll. That is my community tab for all of my subscribers. If you want to chat it up, just put it in my community tab by clicking my name. And also be sure to follow my other social media. I do cooking, I do makeup, I do all that good stuff outside of here. Everything will also be linked in the description box, including today's beautiful wig. It looks really good, right? It looked good out the box, but we're gonna make it look even better and work for you today. This wig is a delicate hairline Swiss lace 13x6 mini knot wig. It's a kinky texture, curls or waves going through it. We're gonna install this from start to finish. I'm gonna give you guys all the tips. Now, before I get into the steps, if you're the type of person that's gonna be like, that's too much work, and then also in the same person that say wigs don't look natural, these steps might not be for you. This is for the people that actually really wanna watch through, see exactly what they may be missing to get their wigs to look natural. Also notice there are people that struggle and then complain about having to take steps to get their wig to look natural. There are steps that need to be. If you're going to wear a wig, you have to understand that. Once you find your technique, it definitely will work out in seconds rather than hours. Some people tend to skip tiny details that actually matter. All right, the first thing I'm gonna do is remove this lace. So I'm just gonna push the hairs back with a hair clip. The first one is making sure your wig fits around your ear. Go ahead and just remove this extra lace from around the ear so that it can fall naturally. So you can see already how that looks very natural. Don't look like it's growing from my ear. It looks like it's coming around the ear. Keep that in mind. The next step you want to do is make sure the lace here is cut back far enough to the hairline. But before I do that, let's talk about hair texture. In order to get a texture to work for me, I have to change something about me. Okay, whether it's my makeup or whether it's just my technique. And if you don't have techniques, then you can't pull off anything. Because y'all always tell me you can pull off any color, any style, because I know technique. I've been doing this for a whole decade or more. So of course I've learned a lot over that time. If you don't have the skills and a technique, why not pick a wig texture that you pull out the box and it look like your hair? I think that's another mistake a lot of people make, is picking textures that's hard to work with. Start out with something that actually works for what you're used to, that's going to look natural on you. Respectfully, we as African American women don't have silky hair. Some of us do, but for the most part, it has a little bit of texture to it. When trying to work with the silky style, it's super silky, it's super straight. It's kind of hard to master your technique as a beginner, okay? So you're gonna get frustrated because once you put it on, you're like, dang, this don't look good on me. You know why? Because you haven't mastered the technique of making it look good on you. You're gonna feel awkward, you're gonna feel weird because you're not used to it. Today's wig is a kinky texture. Here's another small tweak. Scissors, thickening shears. These are great for creating that zigzag cut. You just get close to the hairline. Small tweak that I was talking about. A lot of people skip. That matters. A lot of you will tell me, oh, I do this, I do all these steps. And some of you don't even make it through the entirety of the video to get the steps. One thing I don't do, and I learned not to do when it comes to my hair, is get frustrated. It's about finding what works for me. But look how beautiful that lace is. This is just a regular transparent lace. It's not the super thin Swiss lace. And when I put my head up, yeah, you can see it a little bit. It's just not as bad as it could be. So we're gonna blend that in a little bit. Now, before you go and you try to glue this wig down, what I want you to do is make sure that your hair underneath is not up here, okay? There should be no volume to your hair underneath your wig. Out the box, I want it to look good. And a lot of people sometimes don't care. They just throw it on, but the prep underneath needs to be flat. I've already talked about my natural hair. I did a video on that already explaining. Also did a video talking about friction and how to prevent wig cap friction from damaging your natural edges. As I put the playlist in today's video, or you can just go to my channel and you can get all the videos. Comes to lace tints. Now, what if I don't wear makeup? If you want your lace to blend, I'm sorry girl, you're just gonna have to use some type of makeup. So many different lace out there, and it's hard to match a lace color with every complexion. So that's why they make things like this. Tinted lace is really good. It comes in different shades. You just spray that lace down. So I'm gonna do this. My color is light warm brown. So even just going like this, it looks good, absolutely. But I want it to look flawless, okay? So I'm gonna use this. So y'all love to say, I can still see the knots. Well, I mean, it's a wig. You're gonna see the knots if you put it on out the box, but I'm about to cover it up so you won't see it. And this is the extra little step. Spray that hairline. Spray right at the edge of that lace. Like so. And I'm gonna spray the inside of the cap. But if you want to still bleach your knots with bleach, you can. I'm gonna slide this right back on, like so. I'm gonna use the adjustable strap to keep it in place. And then I'm gonna tuck the comb in the back. For real, do you think so far I've done a lot? This is what it looked like now. Barely see the knots now. And if I can still see them, what I'm gonna do is just go back with a little bit more of that spray over top. Now this is a step that I always tell you guys before you glue down your wig. Push the hairline back. Push the hairline back. Say it with me. Push the hairline back. It's such a simple step, but it matters, especially when you're using glue. You don't want nothing in that glue except your lace. So you're gonna push all the hairs back before you add any product to this hairline to glue it down. Okay, so now it's time to talk about wig placement. This is just a simple step that should be done correctly, because if your wig is down here, if your wig is way back here, I keep saying this, it's not going to look natural. Even if you have a shorter forehead, I would recommend placing the wig like right in front of your natural hairline, just right there. You don't need to go down further. If your forehead is small, keep it simple. But I always place my wig right in front of my hairline, which my hairline, this is my spot here, okay? If I bring this down here, but yeah, that just isn't giving for me. This is not complicated, okay? It's almost like if you was going to apply your brows. You wouldn't put your brows when you draw them on, you wouldn't put them all the way up here. They're right here, okay? So just follow where your hairline is. All right, so let's talk about products. I'm simple when it comes to installing my wig. I don't use too much product. I like to use just a little bit. If I tell you to get a lace melting glue and you say it's not worth it, yeah, you're missing out big time on hiding your lace. So definitely help the lace to blend with your skin better. If you're just using wig adhesive sprays by themselves, especially if they're the wrong kind, you're gonna get that cakey look to your lace, especially if you have like product on. I'm gonna let these pop right here to you guys if you wanna check it out. Is this one right here. This is the 10 times hold. It can be removed with just water. You just spray your hairline down with some water and it'll come right up. And this also does the same. Anyways, another one I like is the My Sticky Little Secret. This one is like my go-to love. I love this one a lot, so I'm gonna use this one instead. This one has a more sticky hold. This one has a more soft, natural finish that's a little bit sticky but not crazy. So I'm just going to spray the hairline, little squirts, and then I'm gonna dry it on cool air for a second. Now if you watch my videos, you know I get wigs all the time that are like ready to go wigs out the box, and yeah, they look really good. And I know it's a lot of ladies that show you guys this and be like, oh look, it's just like this. In my videos, I always tell you guys, even when it look good out the box, I still go back and I do something to it. I don't care how much a wig look good out the box, I'm still doing something to it, okay? And most ready to go wigs for certain are just giving you the ease of not having to use chemicals, bleach the knots, you don't have to pluck the hairline, and sometimes you don't even have to curl, and that's the convenience of it. But when it comes to the install, the wig can't install itself. You got to do something to it. We're gonna let this sit for 15 minutes till it's completely dry, and while we wait, it's time to style this hair. Now parting makes a huge difference. A lot of you love your side part, which is great, and some wigs come with middle parts. You can easily change that. It's not work to change a parting, you guys. Sorry, it's just not. If I don't want this side part, all I have to do is change it to a middle part. If I feel like it's on the wrong side, I change it to the right side. But I do love the parting, and this is just convenience. I'm just gonna curve it out a little bit so that it can look a little bit better. This part is just styling the wig the way you like it. Everybody does this with their hair, whether they have a sew-in or whether they have braids. Okay? It's nothing too complicated here. Like I said, I'm just going to go ahead and reset the parting. And the next steps is just about styling. You know, this is what you do with your natural hair or any hair that you get done. Once you have the install down, normally if you are gluing it down for a longer hold, all you have to do is just restyle your hair if you want to daily. So I'm going to make this area as flat as possible. If you like volume here, you don't have to do this. Whatever looks good on you, do it, okay? That's the key to getting your wig to look good for you and not listening to what other people say look good for them, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm just going to flatten that on down. I love this texture so much, so pretty, and it's super soft. Look how soft that is. I can brush through it. It's no tangles. There's no tangles in his hair. If it's a bit frizzy and you feel like it is out the box. With the cooler months, I noticed that hair that sits out will frizz more. I don't care if it's silky. I don't care if it's kinky. So you want to make sure you're storing your wigs properly, even if it's on your head. I like to take a little bit of this like shine spray once a day. Matter of fact, I always tell y'all about wand curlers and how they curl this type of hair better. Let me go ahead and get that because I feel like it tightens the curl a little bit better than the curling wand for this texture. It's not meant to be silky straight or, you know, it's not meant to perform in a more formal way. It's meant to look very sexy and big. See how it curled? That's the difference between the curling wand and the actual curler, and you will get the longest results with this. And one thing I love about this color is that it's a chocolate brown. They put ash blonde highlights going through. There's a little bit of caramel in here. Beautiful ash blonde highlights if you want to switch it up a little bit. So I'm just going to spray it down with a little bit of this spray. This one is the 2-in-1 spray, so you can use it for the hair or you can use it for an install. But yeah, that's it, y'all. Like, this is the finished look and I like it. I really do. It's turned out super pretty. I feel renewed. I love the color. I love the texture. Lots of pretty volume. So which of these mistakes have you made before? Let me know in the comment section. That way we can know what to work on with you on how to get your wig to look very natural. But I hope for the most part today's tips was helpful. Again, we are in Wigvember. All November we are doing cozy hairstyles to get ourselves ready for these holidays. Be sure to catch up on the playlist. It's linked on my channel. You just click my name and you can go through. Make sure you are subscribed. Follow my other social medias, please. That way we can cook together, all that. So we can just do more than hair and just have fun. Cheers to that. This wig will be linked below in the description box. Be sure to check down there if you guys want it. They are having their Black Friday early sales, so it's whatever you want, you know. Catch the deals while you can, and I will see you all back in my next video.